Hello, I hope everybody is doing well. I got this weird little glare right here. Forgive me, it's just the way the lighting is and everything. I've been spending the last 15 minutes trying to figure out how to set this up without it being there. It was actually worse. So hopefully this isn't too much of a distraction for you. My little one is in the background. He's in the living room watching his show, so hopefully that's not too distractive. So let's see what the collective needs to know. What is the message that you're here to see? To hear about. Any information that you need to know will be in the description box. Okay, I'm still open for personal readings. If you're interested in that, please shoot me an email. Another thing too, I did, excuse me, I'm like all over the place already. In the description box, I also have my old channel. You're welcome to take a look at that. If you like it, subscribe. I've decided that I am gonna start posting videos over there. When I don't know, but I did decide that I'm going to do it. So, but that was my main channel, and there's a lot of I've got 245 subscribers and everything over there, a lot of views. But that was a different time in my life. I was a different person. I hadn't gone through a lot of healing. I was just learning about the healing manifestations and, a whole bunch of different, things, just going through transformations after transformations. And I'm like, you know what? I want something different, something brand new, a clean slate. And I started this channel. So thank you for coming. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And to all of you that support me, I love and appreciate you. I truly do, you know. And for my first subscriber, I love you. Thank you. Okay. Look at you've been there since the beginning. So let's see how far we can go. Okay. Thank you so much, sweetheart. All right. Now that I did my shout out, let's see what the universe needs you to know. I am a messenger. I'm a freestyle reader. I'm completely different. My style is different. Okay. Let's see. What does the collective need to know? I'm only going to do 3 cards. I don't want this to be too long. But I haven't done a video in a little while, and I feel that I need to hear something. We have the Page of Wands. I'll show you the cards in a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I said I was going to do 3 cards. Well, you know what? We got 6 cards. So we're going to take them. This is beautiful. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is beautiful. How? This way. Okay. Sometimes I just have to see how we're doing this. 6. No. Okay. All right. First card out, we have the Page of Wands. And forgive my nails. I painted them a week ago, and they're still kind of. The 5 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Swords, 8 of Cups. It's raining out there, so you guys could probably hear the rain. And the I was gonna say High Priestess. So this is the Empress energy. You could be in the High Priestess energy also. I said it with this card, and I felt it, and I say what I sense, feel, taste, and hear. So it is what it is. Okay. Just give me a second here. You walked away from something. You walked away from something that emotionally had your heart. Your mind was telling you to leave, but your heart was telling you to stay. Maybe because of sexual pleasure. You stayed because of sexual pleasure. It was a relationship, a partnership, a union that you were connected sexually. The masculine was connected sexually. It could be a male or female, doesn't matter. We both harness masculine and feminine energy. But someone was more lusty. You were more in your heart space. Okay? This isn't going to resonate for everyone. But you stepped away because you needed to fix something. You need to be patient with yourself. Focus on your mind. Focus on your soul. Focus on your healing. You wanted this connection. You wanted this. You absolutely wanted this connection with this Empress here. You wanted this connection, but you stumbled across the Five of Swords. You knew people weren't gonna like this. You didn't care. You didn't like this, and you still didn't care. But you made a decision to walk away. Focus on yourself. This is not you don't have to explain yourself anymore. The chapter's closed. You're focusing on you now. I mean, you're harnessing the Empress energy. So whatever it is that you've gone through prior to getting into that energy, I mean, you have the Page of Wands, first card out. You're focusing on yourself. You need to have a new version of you. Minimize the passion, minimize the desire towards others. This is towards you. I'm talking directly to you. This is what you need to, this is where you need to be. Because it's telling me what you dealt with. And it's telling me where you are now. Where you are now is your harness. You are in the Empress energy. Male or female, doesn't matter. You are in the Empress energy. You're not playing any games. You want them to come correct or not at all. You're coming correct or you're not coming at all. You're not into lusty moments. You're not into gossip. You're not into backstabbing. You're not into that he said, she said bullshit. You're not on any of that. You have literally cleaned the slate of how you're dealing with people, how you're talking about people, how you're dealing with yourself, how you're allowing people to deal with you. You're not playing. Wow. I keep feeling like you're not playing. You're not playing the games. You're not. It's like I keep hearing it. You're not playing the games anymore. You're not playing the games anymore. You know who you are. You know where you're going. You know who you are, and you know where you're going. You're in the Empress energy. Look with the Eight of Cups here. You've walked away. You've walked away from all of this bullshit. Whoever this was, they were coming in with the Knight of Wands. They were coming in with passion. This person was coming in with passion, desire, lust, and everything else. And you knew with the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords that this wasn't mentally going to work for you. This just wasn't going to work. You're like, listen, I want you as mine. You want to be roaming the streets, roaming roaming in and out of people's beds or whatever the case may be. You know, maybe into, you know, watching things on YouTube. Excuse me. Um, you probably should be watching stuff on YouTube, but watching stuff on the internet that you shouldn't be watching. A little bit more on the risque kind of things. You're mentally distracting yourself from the person situations that you're trying to be a part of. I hope that made sense. It just like, I know what I'm trying to say. I just hope I relayed it correctly. It says somebody was heavily distracted by sexual desires and sexual needs. And in fantasy, they were mixing that with love. You, whoever this is resonating for, you were in love. This person was loving what you were giving, if that makes sense. And I apologize to have to say it like that, but sweethearts, I cannot lie. I'm a truth seeker. I'm a seer. I cannot lie. I can't. And that's what I see here. But you know what you've done? You've put that together. You've wrapped it up in a nice little package. You stuck it in a box, and you threw that freaking shit in the garbage, and you said, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with that crap. You're not dealing with that shit anymore. It's no longer part of your life. Okay? And I'm going to leave it like that. That is the message that I have here. I want to clarify this Five of Swords and find out where you're at. I'm going to turn it around and see where you're at with this Five of Swords. I know you're already in the Empress energy, but I want to know where you're at with this Five of Swords. Because Five of Swords is you're standing alone. You've dealt with a lot of bullshit, sweethearts, and you're standing alone. Tell me more. And I don't mean alone, because you were never, ever alone. Ever alone. Trust me when I say that. You're never alone. The spiritual world is more powerful than the physical world. You just have to be in tune, okay? And it's not something that I can persuade you to do. You have to seek this on your own, okay? If you need help, we'd like to talk, you know, my email address is there. I will answer you on my email. I absolutely will. You send me your email and I will respond to you, okay? Tell me a little bit more of this Five of Swords. Why is there so much going on here with this Five of Swords? because you were in your truth and had pure intentions, and they did not. I didn't even get any cards out. And look at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands, which is connection, engagement, celebration, partnership, union. You were in love with someone that was just loved what you offered, but wasn't in love with you. I'm sorry. And I'm speaking from experience. That is a very, very painful place to be. But you have to feel it, you have to go through it, and you have to ask yourself, take the rose-colored glasses off. Did they really, really love you the way you wanted them to? Or was it something that you were in love with? Did you fall in love with the potential of this person? I did. I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did. And it was completely one-sided. I initiated the phone calls. I was this, it's like, wait a minute, I'm the woman here. I need to be more in my feminine energy and receive. Come text me good morning first thing and so on and so forth. So I understand that feeling. Sometimes when you want something so bad, you want to go after it, not realizing that you're the end, you're pushing it further away. But if the person really intentionally wanted to be with you, it would still work because they would receive you also. We have masculine and feminine energy, so receiving and giving and taking and receiving and so on, it goes both ways. Tell me about this Five of Swords. There's a lot in this message, okay? So forgive me if I sound like I'm scrambled all over the place, because I am scrambled all over the place. There's a lot coming through. The Lovers in the reverse. Five of Swords. You knew this wasn't going to work. You knew this wasn't going to work. They already knew that their intentions were never pure. You knew this wasn't going to work. So in all actuality, sweethearts, you know what I'm going to say, right? So I'm not going to say it because you already know. In here and in here, unfortunately, you already know. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm here to inspire, but I'm also here to tell the truth. If you put yourself in a difficult situation, you're going to have to make eventually difficult decisions. And no matter what, I love you, you love you, and you learned something from this situation. As long as you take something away, you say thank you for the experience, thank you for the time that I've shared with this individual. I give them love and light, but I no longer want to have any more to do with them. I'm pulling back all my energy. I'm pulling back all my energy and just say, this is now who I am from this day forward. And that's what you do. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. Look at this. Back to the Four of Swords. You're resting your body, mind, soul, and spirit. You're done. This is. It showed me so much. It showed me the beginning, the middle, and the end of the situation. Focusing on yourself, the things that you had to get rid of, where you were in the situation, what you were dealing with, who you were dealing with, what the situation was, where you put yourself. Okay, we got to be accountable where you put yourself. But now, guess where you're at? You're in the Empress energy. At the bottom of the deck, you can see with the glare, I'm so sorry. With the Queen of Wands, you have a lot of desire, passion, motivation, and ambition for yourself. Sweethearts, the situation here is over. It's over. You know it's over. But you know what that means? That means you got time to continue to heal, clear your slate, like wash your hands with it all, put it all away. Like I said, you packaged it in a nice little box and tossed it out, and that's it. It's end of story. You did that all on your own. I didn't have to tell you. You knew what to do. But you also knew that you stayed too long too. Okay? Sweethearts, I'm going to pull some oracle cards real quick for you. This was powerful. Like so much was coming to my mind. I really hope that I shed some light on this for you. Okay? Let me just get some oracle cards here for you. You're doing the right thing, and I mean you're in the Empress energy, sweethearts. Just keep doing you. Everything you did, everything the way you were supposed to. This was to teach you a lesson, and you've learned the lesson. Look at this. You've learned the lesson. We have happiness, and it says immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Happiness comes and goes, just like the infinity wheel. What goes up must come down. What is down must go up. And if you just look at life like that and understand, when you're high, just prepare yourself, because you're gonna get a little low moment. But then guess what? When you're low, guess what? You're gonna get a little high moment. It just fluctuates. And as long as you can't control it, but you can maneuver and flow in it, because life is gonna do what life is gonna do. You have to do what you gotta do. You're in life, you're living life, you're experiencing life. So you have to be the navigator, the controller, the teacher, the referee, the counselor. You have to be everything in that infinity wheel, because what goes down goes up, and goes down and goes up. As long as you are somewhat in tune and understanding of how that works, you're going to make it. Just hold on to your spirit team, hold on to source, hold on to your happiness, your happy place, and you will get through, love. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.